In the headlines, a $30 million renovation project on 2 fisheries complexes gets off the ground. Small businesses to enhance their financial strategies during the COVID-19 pandemic. And health authorities focused on avoiding a COVID-19 outbreak during the hurricane season. I'm Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News. Back with the details after this.
Avec flow, gagner l'argent, on partit l'argent avec flow. Gagner l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre flow. It only gets better with flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better. Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Away $40,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, a $30 million renovation project on 2 fisheries complexes has begun. Julian Morris has that story.
The Roseau Fisheries Complex and Marigot Fisheries Complex, both gifts from the government of Japan, were severely damaged by Hurricane Maria in 2017. Due to further assistance from the Japanese government in the form of a $30 million grant, the refurbishment and improvement of these 2 buildings will result in increased fishing activity in Roseau and Marigot. Chief Fisheries Officer Riviere Sebastian says Phase 1 of the renovation project has started.
Because of the COVID virus, we've been experiencing some delays, but I'm pleased to announce that a very important component of the rehabilitation has begun, and that is the clearing of unwanted items in the facility in preparation for the rehabilitation of the facility. And as such, this week we have started cleaning the facility. That is removal of items like the roofs, the tables, chairs, tiles, old windows, doors, and so on. So we have begun with the upstairs. We started cleaning the upstairs, and hopefully by next week we'll complete other parts of the facility downstairs and the out part of the facility.
The Roseau Fisheries Complex will also house office space for fisheries officers who have been displaced and currently operate from government headquarters. Work on the structure in Marigot will commence after the Roseau facility is completed.
It's going to cost, at least for Roseau, no less than 25 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. And repair will also be done at Marigot Fisheries Complex. As soon as we finish with Roseau, we'll head into Marigot, where we'll commence work at Marigot. Well, it's a lot of money because of the type of machinery and equipment that we have. For example, 10-ton ice machine, industrial ice machine, can cost anything from about 2 to 3 million Eastern Caribbean dollars. And we have to prepare the facility to be climate resilient. Remember what happened during Hurricane Maria. Whatever we do now, we have to think in terms of resilience. We're also looking at having this facility HACCP certified. That is to ensure that we meet some international standards, especially for fish exports.
Support will continue to be given to fisherfolk who utilize the facility while renovation is ongoing.
We are working with the fishers. We've identified a few locations not so far from Roseau. Newtown, Fokole, Pottersville, Canefield area, where they will be for the period of about a few months where they will operate. The fish vendors have also identified a location for them at the food market nearby, so we'll also provide a little bit of support to them so that they can operate properly.
The renovation is expected to be completed within 10 to 12 months.
In other top stories, efforts to build a resilient Dominica through developing a resilient economy amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. This through a joint initiative of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, DAIC, and the Climate Resilience Executing Agency of Dominica, CREED. Executive Director of the DAIC, Lizra Fabian, says this training, which targets small and medium-sized enterprises, will enhance the financial strategies of these businesses.
DAIC and CREED believes that a resilient Dominica must have a resilient economy where businesses have reliable access to finance in order to facilitate their operations. In support of this, CREED and DAIC are launching the MSME Virtual Financial Management Training. And this financial management training was specially curated for all MSMEs in Dominica through 3 interactive and engaging online workshops. This is all aimed at enhancing the financial strategy that businesses have been planning. We are delivering this workshop through 3 levels. Level 1 deals with startups, level 2 record keeping, and level 3 accounting. This first session takes place on Thursday, May 7th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon via Zoom.
The training will also help address one of the main challenges of small and medium-sized enterprises in accessing finance to realize success in their business.
As partners, DIC and CREED looks forward to supporting as many businesses as possible as we work towards better fiscal future, which also includes increased financial literacy and ability to access financing by all businesses. We've seen that one of the greatest challenges of MSMEs in Dominica and even around the Caribbean is access to finance. And one of the causes of this challenge is inadequate record keeping, which prevents them from being able to access this finance. So we're looking at solving this challenge and really helping our businesses to be able to understand the basics of financing and access more financing and able to help them to grow their businesses and also sustain their operations.
On to health matters. National epidemiologist Dr. Shaluddin Ahmed says Dominica must do all it can to avoid a COVID-19 outbreak during the hurricane season. Researchers are already predicting an above-average hurricane season this year.
What we do not know is how long we will be in this outbreak situation and how long it will take us to develop the highly coveted herd immunity. I know this may seem bleak, but if we continue our current control measures and develop a robust community testing program, we may be able to halt the virus in its track. We need to avoid an outbreak during the hurricane season or a slow burn with continuous transmission of the virus with no clear pattern. As mentioned before, community testing, once implemented, will prove to be beneficial to formulate our exit strategy.
He mentioned developing herd immunity that happens when so many people in a community become immune to an infectious disease that it stops the disease from spreading. The Ministry of Health is currently testing high-risk healthcare workers as part of an active surveillance plan. As of last weekend, the number of active cases of COVID-19 in Dominica stands at 2. Dr. Ahmed says the fight is far from over and Dominica needs to avoid a possible second wave.
We must continue to engage these life-saving behaviors. The COVID-19 pandemic is showing us that it is not about survival of the fittest, but survival of the smartest. That is to say, countries who ranked high in the preparedness and healthcare index have now been brought to their knees by this invisible pathogen. We do not want to become like them. So we need to play it safe and play it smart. Therefore, continuing to stay home, wearing masks when you're out, and practicing good hygiene is essential in order for us to be able to begin the process of opening the country and moving past this pandemic.
In related news, Primary Healthcare Director Dr. Laura Esprit has issued a fresh warning to stop discrimination against individuals who have acquired the COVID-19. Dr. Esprit says we are all vulnerable to COVID-19 and therefore ought to treat others as we would like to be treated.
This prejudicial behavior is an adverse or hostile attitude towards a group of people or an individual, and is characterized by irrational stereotype beliefs and can lead to the following: feelings of depression, shame, and embarrassment, diminished self-worth, engagement in substance misuse and abuse as a coping mechanism, lack of understanding and support by family and friends, employers' reluctance for engagement, social isolation, and suicidal inclinations due to social ostracization. Whilst everyone is pleased to hear the confirmed COVID figures are not beyond 16, the numbers of recoveries is increasing, we also have a responsibility to avoid stigmatization and provide the necessary reassurance and support to all who have recovered thus far. The public's reaction can either hinder or advance the client's complete recovery, which includes both their physical and mental well-being, and this can impact their reintegration post-COVID.
Meantime, Dr. Esprit says in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, Dominicans must take the upcoming hurricane season seriously. This year, Dominicans must remain vigilant as regards COVID-19 while at the same time preparing for the annual hurricane season.
Let me remind you that the 2020 hurricane season is exactly 1 month away. COVID will not disappear on the account of the upcoming season. And as a result, this COVID season is one to be taken seriously, as we are confronted with not one, but two phenomena: infectious nature and natural disaster. So let's bear this in mind as we continue with the dual preparations to protect the lives of our families and our citizens.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
With love, when I bag our money, cash out. Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From
Yo, check this. Flo is giving away $30,000 in cash.
Oh, yeah.
2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flo.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flo.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Avec flow, gagner l'argent, on partit l'argent avec flow. Gagner l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre flow. It only gets better with flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better. A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. 500 face masks distributed in the city of Roseau to help the wider public adhere to the guidelines administered by the Ministry of Health. Julian Morris explains.
The Rotary Club of Dominica took to the streets on Tuesday to distribute 500 masks among individuals queuing up to access various business places in the city. The club purchased the material, which was distributed among 5 seamstresses around the island to have the face masks made. President of the Rotary Club, Lima Jovier, says the club took on this project as there is a growing need for face masks in the country.
We have procured locally made masks, so they are rewashable and reusable, and we're distributing those to the general public. So that's what we're undertaking today. So we have various masks, and we're undertaking distributions to the public, where areas with the lines, and to distribute to the public. We have over 400 masks, and they were all done by seamstresses, done locally. So again, it's still giving back to our communities. They were not imported, they were made right here in Dominica.
The distribution of face masks is not the only outreach project which the club has engaged in since the country's COVID-19 outbreak.
We're a service organization, voluntary work, and in this COVID pandemic, the Rotary Club of Dominica, of course, we're doing what we can to give back to our communities. So we've already initiated some projects. We provided food vouchers to the nurses, the police officers, the firefighters. We've packaged food care items, and we've distributed some of those to the vulnerable, the elderly of society. So we ensure that we wear the mask and we adhere to social distancing. So these are the two main things that we adhere to when we're providing the care packages.
The distribution of face masks among the public will help individuals adhere to the protocols established by the Ministry of Health.
Initially, we have 400 to 500 available, and then as the need continues, we expect to make available some more. And then the authorities have advised that it's advisable, to wear masks. So the club realized that members, there are persons who do not have masks or they're unable to purchase masks. So we are making those available free of charge to the public.
And the General Secretary of the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union is repeating a call to trade union leaders to unite and give priority to the establishment of a trade union congress. Leah Shillingford, who has made similar calls in the last 3 years, has focused on it again in this year's May Day address.
Looking forward, the Dow again would like to reiterate and remind its fellow trade union leaders that we should make the effort to come together and work towards forming a TUC. Together, we can achieve major advances in workers' rights and deliver results that would have a lasting impact on the lives of every Dominican worker and her family. There is much more to be gained out of unity as opposed to isolation.
Isolation, a word which is all too familiar these days as Dominica continues to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, there was a marked decline in the numbers turning out to certain May Day events. COVID-19 did not help the situation this year, but Shillingford believes this could be an opportunity to reach out to each other more on social media.
We should also take this opportunity to adjust the way we celebrate May Day and to share messages of hope and encouragement through an increased use of social media. The union recognizes that in this time, there are people who are very fearful of the future and may be depressed, stressed, and full of anxiety, which may lead to unnecessary illness. May I remind all of us that as a Christian nation, we are all taught in the Word of God that we should build our house on a solid foundation, so that when the storms, wind, and rain comes, that our house, meaning our bodies, will remain standing and not fall as a house which was built on sand. Jesus is the rock on which we stand. This pandemic is one of the storms that we are facing. However, since we have built our houses on Jesus, our rock, we shall remain standing through this storm of COVID-19.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus a grand every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch the flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
We flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partage l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. And mettez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
To end the news, the headlines again. A $30 million renovation project on 2 fisheries complexes gets off the ground. Small businesses to enhance their financial strategies during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the health authorities focused on avoiding a COVID-19 outbreak during the hurricane season. Feel free to access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis. And to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.